You're a gear that nobody knows and nobody notices. So you gotta yell loudly on the rooftops, we need to save the animals. At all costs, boys. How are we gonna do that? We need to stop eating beef. But we're cool with farming almonds and using combines that run over thousands, millions of mice, millions of reptiles, millions of lizards, birds. That's cool, we can kill all the small animals because I need my almond milk for my latte. It's fall and I need pumpkin spice. But we're not gonna talk about the destruction your pumpkin spice latte has caused to get into your hands as a finished product. How many children worked to get those coffee beans getting whipped, not paid for? No, this is certified by the XYZ organization that it's a safe farming. Here we go. The war against men says PETA's sex strike demand designed to get meat-eating men to sit up and take notice. So eating meat is toxic masculinity. It's the patriarchy.
Its group PETA is calling for a sex ban to be placed on meat-eating men. The group claims devouring sausages and schnitzel is a symptom of toxic masculinity, that it's killing the planet.
Be mindful that when we hear this, that it's toxic masculinity to eat meat. Remember that one guy that was saying earlier that we have a problem with the narrative of what it means to be a man. That the script of being a man needs to be rewritten. Do you think the script of being a man needs to be rewritten? Or there is a script against men in society right now? Isn't that the actual problem?
That's the view of the German arm of PETA. Joining me live is Laura Wayman-Jones from PETA Australia. Thanks very much for your time. Is this something that PETA Australia agrees with?
Yeah, look, PETA Germany's suggestion was designed to get men who eat meat to sit up and take notice, and I think it's certainly done that, and realise how much of an impact their diets have on the planet and animals. The earth is suffering because people, especially men, because men statistically do eat more meat than women, are still eating methane-emitting animals who are exploited in vast numbers on farms.
Monocrop cultures are a bigger problem than the meat industry. Regenerative farming exists. Meat actually makes us healthier. The secondary effects of not eating meat and eating a vegetarian or vegan-based diet, like vegans and vegetarians, have far likelier outcomes of dementia, of Alzheimer's. If you feed children this vegetation-rich diet, they have problems with their teeth, with their eyesight, with their bones.
Did I do that?
This is not a species-appropriate diet. Meat eating is species-appropriate.
Farms built on cleared bushland and forest. The situation is critical and the planet can't support such greedy consumption of resources.
And again, when she says the planet can't, what she really means is we're not going to talk about the almonds in California that are drying up all the water in the 4 Southwest states. We're not going to talk about the low levels of Lake Mead or the Colorado River. We're not going to talk about how all the water in the desert states is being sucked up to do what? Alfalfa planting? We're not going to talk about that, boys. Almonds in alfalfa. That's better for the planet than some cows. Cool story, bro. And then we're going to talk about health, right? Oh my God. Have you looked at the ingredient list in a Beyond Burger versus a steak? Beef. Beyond Burger, 10 different things you can't fucking pronounce. I bet you some of those chemicals may cause a certain illness in some people. I can't say it, but how do I say this without getting sued by Beyond Meat? Let's just say, not Beyond Meat, but let's just say there are some vegan brands on the rafters that contain chemicals that may be known to cause cancer in humans. Off-brand. I'm not saying that company, just saying, covered my legal basis here.
Really need to all start moving towards a vegan lifestyle urgently, or they won't.
Again, a vegan lifestyle, that's a narrative. We do not need to be moving towards that. That does not make people healthier. Actually, that makes us sicker.
Be a habitable planet left for us.
Okay, but you say it was aimed to get a conversation started. It was talking about a ban. I think there are 2 aspects I've read about, either just a ban on men that eat meat being able to have sex.
And what they won't tell you is these companies that are creating all these soy products, these companies that are pushing all this like oat milk, almond milk, all these plant milks, all these companies are the ones that are investing in PETA. All these companies are investing in all this sort of eat green, eat vegan lifestyle shit. All you see in the culture about Soylent. All this stuff is being pushed by these companies that are invested in pushing this narrative because they're profiting. It's money, baby. This is all lobbying. This is not based in health.
Is that a serious idea being put forward that you support?
Looks great.
I mean, we really don't care about your sex life. What we do care about is the planet and the animals we share it with. And those animals are dying by the billions in the crudest ways imaginable for burgers and sandwich filling. All we're saying is... All we're saying to people is, given what we know is happening because of eating meat and the environmental destruction caused by eating meat.
Again, environmental destruction of monocrop cultures. It literally nukes the soil that they grow on. You have no animals to poop and fertilize it naturally. Regenerative farming, please look it up. Yes, she's getting paid to talk. Look at her face. She's angry all the time. This is an angry person face. These are one of those liberal women of the 15% that are unhappy because they're involving themselves in politics. Look at her. She wakes up and goes to sleep thinking about little animals that could be saved. Yet ignores the brutal reality of monocrop cultures and farming in that style where millions of mice, millions of other small animals get absolutely roasted up by those combines that pick all those crops. You know how many little birds, little mice, little lizards get killed? Millions, you can't count them. It's not a safe practice. So explain to me why a mouse's life is worth less in PETA's eyes than, say, a cow or a pig. We're saving the world. That's the message. Please explain that to me. It's that Nietzsche quote. I love it. I was reading it earlier. If you kill a butterfly, you're a villain. But if you kill a cockroach, you're a hero. And that morality has an aesthetic. And that's all PETA is. Morality to them is an aesthetic. They only care about cows and pigs. They don't give a fuck about birds, mice, lizards, snakes, nothing.
Meat. Why not try the vegan sausage instead?
Because it's poison.
Okay, fine to suggest alternatives. There is clearly a carbon footprint. But you're saying you don't care about people's sex lives. This is a call from PETA, Germany, to either ban men from having sex or saying to women don't have sex with men who eat meat. That is caring about people's sex life.
It's a conversation starter. Otherwise, I guess you wouldn't have invited us on to talk about it. We send out releases every week about investigations exposing animal cruelty and other really important pressing topics. And this is what's got us attention. This is what's got this issue attention.
So it's all about getting attention. It's about trying to talk and indoctrinate people into the vegan lifestyle. No. Absolutely not. Okay, we're going to keep eating our meat. We're going to keep getting our healthy cholesterol, our healthy fats, and we're going to keep our testosterone raised. We're not going to become decrepit, weak versions of what modern humanity has become because we want to have our little soy-based products. Okay, we're going to be ended up looking like those people that bend over to get stepped on by women. Psych! Nope.
So I guess it says a lot more about the media than it does about us.
Okay, so I'm just trying to clarify though. You're saying it's a conversation starter, always designed to get headlines. It gets our organisation calling you, and here's the evidence. But it's not. You're not seriously saying there should be any sort of ban, or are you seriously saying to women though that they should rethink whether they should have sex with men who eat meat, or ask them about whether or not they eat meat before going ahead with relations?
We really don't care what people do or don't do in the bedroom is none of my business. But yeah, like you said, it's a great conversation starter. Otherwise, you wouldn't have called us. And the suggestion, could start a conversation, with your significant other or with a friend in your life. This is a pressing topic we all need to be talking more about.
So in terms of a conversation starter, though, if you want to win hearts and minds, is it necessarily a good idea to talk about banning people from having sex, but also taking arm at so-called suburban fathers with beer bottles and barbecue tongs, saying that anyone putting zucchini on will be eyed with suspicion? I mean, it's not really winning hearts and minds. It seems to be taking aim at people rather than trying to say, here are some good alternatives. Other things taste good as well. You don't have to eat meat.
I think we've got to take everything with a bit of humour. And, it could be seen as very good advice. We know that vegan men get more matches on dating apps because compassion is attractive.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
That is such a load of shit. Vegan men get more matches on dating apps. They're trying to sell this to men in that manner. Listen, boys. They just gave up a part of the game. You want to get laid? Simply put, you're a vegan, whether you're not. It's the hive mind. It's the groupthink. All you have to do is literally put you're a vegan and the indoctrination will work for you in your favor. That's it. All you have to do is virtual signal all the woke talking points and you're gonna get laid. That's all you gotta do. New Tinder strategy. Virtue signal all the woke talking points. You'll get more matches. Hacking the game, baby. That's all you gotta do. They tell on themselves. Let them talk.
We know that artery clogging meat increases the risk of erectile.
Pause. Meat does not clog arteries. It's the combination of carbohydrates and sugars. It's not meat. You can eat a purely carnivore diet, you won't have clogged arteries. It's processed carbs and sugar, which is a ton of that in the vegan diet. Go have your vegan cookie and you're still going to get a heart attack.
Dysfunction, and every meaty meal is throwing us closer to an environmental catastrophe. There's absolutely nothing sexy about it. And, I think it's a good conversation to start with the men in our lives.
This is what happens when you're in the decadent West, when you have nothing to worry about. It's the land of luxury beliefs. You're allowed to believe whatever nonsense you want because your beliefs have no consequences. You're in a mediocre, non-important life. You don't impact the world, so you attach yourself to an ideology like veganism, right? You gotta feel important because you're just another drone, another machine in the cog, right? You're a gear that nobody knows and nobody notices. So you gotta yell loudly on the rooftops, we need to save the animals at all costs, boys. How are we gonna do that? We need to stop eating beef, but we're cool with farming almonds and using combines that run over thousands, millions of mice, millions of reptiles, millions of lizards, birds. That's cool. We can kill all the small animals because I need my almond milk for my latte. It's fall and I need pumpkin spice.
Oh my God, 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 oh my God.
But we're not going to talk about the destruction your pumpkin spice latte has caused to get into your hands as a finished product. How many children worked to get those coffee beans getting whipped, not paid for? No, this is certified by the XYZ organization that it's a safe farming. No, we don't use child labor to get them coffee beans. No, it has a little green check mark, vegan approved. Come on. It took a bunch of trucks to get all that over there. It took a bunch of factories to process all that shit. What else has it taken to get you your soy latte? Meanwhile, you're the moral police, right? She's on a moral high ground to us. But how many things in her life does she partake in that is destroying society? I mean, let's look in her apartment. Bet you that TV came out of how many rare earth metals did it cost to make that TV? That flat screen. That's a lot of pollution in that factory. There's a lot of workers that are forced to live in the very factory making that TV, sis. They're jumping off roofs over in China because they're sick of it. But that's our moral police there. Yes, her carbon footprint is negative. I think these people with their methane emissions need to rethink their asses, telling us what to do. Find some self-importance somewhere else. Go help your community. Stop lecturing the world on how we should live. You're lucky to be in the West where you could have such stupid ideas and they'd be of absolutely no consequence. Meanwhile, the people in the rest of the world need meat to survive. Morons.
Does it mean that anytime we see a future sort of headline out of PETA, we'll assume that's just getting a conversation going and not a serious idea?
No, absolutely not. I mean, this is a serious idea. That I know plenty of people
who... Hang on. You're saying that the idea of banning men having sex or telling women not to have sex with men is not a serious idea. That was a conversation started, that's it. You're not actually saying you should do it.
We have no control over what people do or don't do in their bedroom. That's not what this is about. We're just saying that if you do want to improve your relationships, if you do want to improve...
By the way, this is coming from I've tried the vegan diet and I really did try it. Did almost raw vegan. I went through all the phases, boys. I was looking at trying to get peak performance out of my body. I could tell you the veganism is pure shit as a diet. It is not species appropriate. It does not make you healthier. Do you know why people that get on veganism feel better? It's because they're coming off the American diet of vegetable oils, of processed carbs, hella sugar. When you eliminate something as basic as sugar out of your diet and processed carbs, you're not eating your fucking fudge cookies every day and your Kit Kats. Yes, you're gonna feel better when you're not pounding a liter of Coke every day. Yes, any diet is better than that horse shit that you call food in America.
What?
What the fuck is this?
This
is garbage.
It's beautiful.
Now, when you actually eat properly, when your plate is mostly meat with some fruits and a little bit of veggies here and there, you're gonna feel tremendous. That's the best diet. And vegans can't even survive on their diet unless they're supplementing with B12 and iron. Oh, you gotta get my seaweed iron. I gotta get my B12. There's shit in meat that you can't get in vegetables, and you need to supplement. Good luck eating pounds of a certain produce just to get the equivalent daily RDAs, whatever that you would need for your body. You need to eat pounds of it because it doesn't have a good absorption rate. It scores low. Good luck, dude. Yes, go eat your pounds of whatever the fuck. Or you could have like 4 ounces of liver. Be good. Done. Keep pushing on the woke narrative though.
Your sex life, if you do want to save the planet, then going vegan is something you should be considering.
But that's not you're not just saying that. You've got a headline and a line about banning sex. So that's what I'm asking, that if we see another headline like that out of PETA, that they're not real ideas, it's trying to get attention. And you know, you can say you've got attention this way. We've called you, fair enough. I'm just saying, wouldn't that mean the next time we see an idea that seems pretty dramatic, we can assume it's probably not a genuine idea you're putting forward?
This is a release out of PETA Germany. So I'm actually not even sure what the original, was it a social media post? Was it a press release? I'm not even sure. The article in the Australian today is why you've called us. So it's great that we
It was
can
a
have
press release put out. But that's why I asked you at the start whether you supported it or not. And you were saying, no, it's not. It was never a serious idea. It's a conversation starter. And now you're saying you're not sure what if it was a serious idea or not from PETA Germany?
Oh, I think we're getting really stuck in the semantics here. But
It's not getting stuck in the semantics. Solidify your position. Was it serious or not? She can't be seen as a fool because that position is so radical. The idea is so stupid. She knows nobody's going to buy into it. Oh, yeah, it was just to get the conversation started. I don't actually believe that. But earlier she was like, yeah, we're not going to have sex. We need to save the planet. Stop eating meat. We're all going to die. Oh, beef is going to kill us all. Oh, wait, I don't actually have that position. That was just what Germany said, not us. Come on, dude. Believe in what you stand for or get off the air.
the idea that eating defenseless animals is somehow making you more manly is marketing. And I think that is a really important issue. And that's what PETA's message is today.
Laura Wayman-Jones, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Boys, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat a damn steak. And I'm going to fire up a fat ribeye and destroy the planet with my toxic masculinity.